Morning, student. Today's chapter, that is climate and adaptation. That is chapter number 4. Already you have discussed regarding various topic in this chapter. Now we'll study climate and adaptation. What is climate? Already we have seen in a previous video. Now we'll study climate and adaptation. So, as you all know, climate has a profound effect on all living organisms. This climate is having a vigorous effect on all living organisms. So animals are adapted to survive in the condition in which they live. So animals live in very cold and hot climate must pose a special future to protect themselves against the extreme cold or heat. So as you all know, different animals live according to their climatic condition. What it so in order to adapt themselves into that climatic condition, they possess certain special future to protect themselves from against any extreme cold or extreme hot condition. So as you all know, in chapter 9 of your class 6th standard, the definition of adaptation already you have studied. So features and habits that helps animal to adapt to their surroundings are as a result of the process of evolution. So in order to adapt in that condition, they have certain features, special features, which will help them to cope up with such kind of condition, that such kind of climatic condition. So in this chapter, also in chapter 9, you will learn about the effect of weather and climate on soil. Now you are studying effect of climate and weather on animals only. What? Animals only. In chapter 9, we will deal with weather and climate that affects on soil. Now we'll study the effect of climate on animals only. So already in class 6, you have read about adaptation of animal to certain climate condition, certain climatic condition. So here, as example of adaptation of animal to climatic condition, we have discussed only any animal living in polar region, only living in polar region and tropical rainforest. Now in this chapter, we'll learn regarding the polar region are situated near the poles. As you all know, polar region or rainforest, tropical areas. So here polar region means we have two polar region. What is one is North Pole and South Pole. Some well-known countries that are belong to the polar region are Canada, Greenland, Iceland, Norway, Sweden, then Finland, Alaska in USA, and Siberian region of Russia. These are the example of some countries which are situated near the polar region, which are situated in the polar region. Example of some countries, some countries where the tropical rainforests are found are India, Malaysia, Indonesia, Brazil, Republic of Congo, Kenya, Uganda, and Nigeria. Nigeria. These are the countries which are situated near the tropical rainforest, which are found in tropical region. So already you have studied. So now we will see that activity 7.2 here. Take an outline map of the world. Mark the polar region in blue. Similarly, mark the tropical region in red. So this is the small activity that you have to do by yourself by taking a map and picturing out and marking the polar region with blue pen with blue color, and similarly mark tropical region with red. So here first we'll study about regarding the polar region. The polar region present an extreme climate. This polar region will find mostly the land is fully covered with snow, white snow. These regions are covered with snow and it is very cold for most part of the year. Almost almost 70% of part of the year is completely filled with snow. This all climatic most of the time of the year is completely filled with snow. For 6 months the sun does not set at the poles, while for the other 6 months it will not, the sun does not rise. What is that? Will year for 6 months, for six how many months, for 6 months the sun does not set at the poles, while the other 6 months the sun does not rise in that fall. See, in winter the temperature can be as below as minus 37 degrees Celsius. Imagine how much it is cold. In 4 minus 4 degrees Celsius, the water converted into a solid. It will form snow in 0 degree Celsius or -4 degree Celsius. So imagine -37 degree Celsius. Does any microorganism survive in such kind of cold, extreme cold condition? Yes, some of the microorganisms which can able to cough up with such kind of extreme temperature, which is below -37 degree Celsius. Animals living there have adapted to this severe condition. Such kind of animals, some animals which are found in this severe extreme cold condition, they also survive in this condition. Let us see how they are adapted by considering the example of polar bear and penguin. For example, if you if you took if you look regarding the futures and adaptation of this polar bear and penguin in this polar region, will find what are their futures which are able to them to survive in this such kind of condition. Polar bear have white fur so that they are not easily visible in the snowy white background. So if you see the snow from far, almost it will appear as a white. It appears as a white snow. Almost it is white. So in that white region, we'll find this polar bear, which is same as a white as the snow. So they can be easily cannot it for the enemies, for the predators, or you can say for the predators, it cannot be easily found. They can easily catch those polar bear. Means those predators which will usually search for the food for the polar bear for to hunt the polar bear, but they cannot easily see the polar bear because they are not easily visible on the snow. So it protect them from enemy. It protect them from enemy. So it also help them in catching their prey. So the, this background also help them to catching their prey. To protect them from extreme cold, they have two thick layer of fur. Fur means air. Fur means thin skin, which is outer skin, which is covered almost covered their body with hair. This fur. So they have two layer. They also have a layer of fat under their skin. They have fats under their skin. In fact, they are so well insulated that they have to move slowly and rest often to avoid getting overheated. So if they are resting in one place, this fur and this two layer of fur under which the fat is stored, this fat will not allow the heat from the body to come out to the surrounding. Therefore, in, if they are resting, they will not rest for some time. They they will move from place to place. They will move everywhere in order to avoid getting overheated. So the hair also, they have fur, thick fur. This fur also having, they will hold hair in between these two hair. So this hair will also act as an insulated. So when you are wearing a sweater in the winter season, why you feel hot, warm? If you are wearing a silk cloth, a thin cloth, you will feel cold. If you are wearing a sweater, you will feel warm. Our body releases heat. If you compare our body temperature, surrounding temperature, the surrounding temperature is very low. Therefore, our body temperature will try to the higher temperature try to come. It will come out to the surrounding. From body, the heat transfer takes place from body to surrounding. This heat transfer is insulated by our sweater. This sweater will not allow the heat to transfer to the outside. In similarly, this polar bear, the two layer of fur which is present in polar bear, this fur will not allow the heat from the body to come out easily. So this will act as an insulator. So from these physical activities, on warm days, necessity is cooling. So the polar bear goes for swimming. It is a good swimmer. Its paws are wide and large, which help it not only to swim well but also walk with ease in the snow. They have what? Their paws are wide and large, so that they can easily walk on the snow. They cannot uh, go inside the snow. So So while swimming underwater, they have wide front. They can easily swim. So they are they're very good swimmer. It can close its nostrils and can remain underwater for long duration. They can stay under the water for long duration. It has a strong sense of smell, so that they can easily catch its prey for food. We can understand the adaptation of polar bear by this by with the help of flowchart. Here we can see the flowchart. Every flow this flowchart tells every detail about polar bear. The white fur is not easily visible in the snow white background because its predators and prey are unable to see it. So it has a very strong sense of smell. Why? It helps the bear to locate and catch its prey. And also you will find here you will find it has long curved and sharp claws. What is the useful? This helped it to walk on ice. Understood? So here you will find it has two thin, thick layer of fur. Why? This will help this keep to warm and cold weather. So next, it has a layer of fat under its skin. So the fat insulated its body from cold and keeps it warm. These are the having certain features and their reason why they have such kind of features in order to adapt in the polar region. So this is the adaptation of polar bear in polar region. Now we'll see regarding penguin. Another well-known animals living in the polar region is the penguin. It is also white and merges well with the white background. It also has a thick skin and lot of fat to protect it from cold. You may have seen pictures of penguin adult together. They're staying together. Why? Because if you have experience, if you are inside the classroom, a group of student inside a classroom, you'll feel more hot compared to a one particular student staying in one particular room. So if you more in a assembly hall, if you more students enter, you will feel hot. So this they do not keep this they do do to keep warm. Recall how warm you feel when you are in a hall full of people. So similarly, they move from by adult together. So they are group in, you will find in group in number. So this is how the penguin are survive in the polar region. So they are also extremely good swimmers. Their bodies are streamlined and their feet have webs, making them good swimmers. Other animals living in polar region are many types of fishes, musk oxen, reindeers, foxes, seals, whale, and birds. It is to be noted that while fish can remain under cold water for long duration. So this is how also they migrate to warmer region when winter set in. They come back after the winter is over. You know, probably that India is one of the destination of many of these birds. You will find a Siberian crane from different countries. They fly uh, during the climatic change. Due to climatic change, they fly from different countries from in the higher in the sky. They have extremely they have good skill. How they know the direction, so they have god has created in such a wonderful way, so they can easily they will not forget the route. They will fly in the high sky by knowing the direction. They have certain techniques to go in the same direction. They can in daytimes they will they have a magnetic. So you will find in Siberia two places like Bharatful in Rajasthan and Sultanpur in Haryana. These are the birds which will fly from higher from different countries, and they come in India. So they have different symbol. They have certain techniques or skill to know the direction in which they are flying. In in daytime they use north pole, and during night they will use the stars, and they will started to fly from place to place in different countries. So many birds may be guided by the sun during the day and star at night. These are the some evidence that the bird may use the magnetic field of the earth to find direction. And it is not only birds that may migrate. Mammals may many types of fishes and insects are also known to migrate seasonally in search of more hospitable climate. So this is how these migratory birds travel as much as 15,000 kilometers to escape the extreme climate condition at home. What it na? So today's chapter is this much. Next chapter will learn regarding tropical rainforest. Thank you.